After a long string of betrayal, tension, and heartbreak, the unthinkable just happened. 50 Cent has responded to Lil Meech's tearful plea to return to the BMF cast. What's more shocking than the request itself is the fact that 50 said yes, but it didn't come free. Following a brutal ambush from Big Meech's old crew and a series of betrayals that would break any man, 50 Cent accepted Lil Meech back, but under brutal conditions that are still under wraps. Here's the full explosive story. Please do not forget to like this video, share, and subscribe to this channel if you want more updates like this. Thank you. Now, let's get back into the video. Let's rewind the chaos a bit and see how this whole storm was cooked up in the first place. At the center of it all, family, loyalty, power, and a betrayal no one saw coming. Lil Meech was once the crown jewel of 50 Cent's BMF show, a casting move that was both strategic and symbolic. Meech was playing the very role inspired by his own father, the real-life Big Meech. It was storytelling laced with legacy, and 50 knew that putting Lil Meech in the spotlight would not only drive ratings but secure cultural respect for the show. But behind the scenes, something else was brewing. Quiet murmurs started growing louder in the underworld. Word that Lil Meech had snitched, not just on enemies, but on the very dark operational history of BMF. And not just anyone discovered this. It was his own friend who came forward and ratted him out, not to the authorities, but to 50 Cent himself. All just to get in 50's good graces. That betrayal triggered an earthquake in the BMF production. 50 Cent acted swiftly. Lil Meech was kicked off the cast, and the role was handed to the same friend who exposed him. The tension was public. The pain? Personal. Then came the second wave. Lil Meech, clearly in shock, didn't just vanish into silence. He ended up aligning himself with Rick Ross, a longtime rival of 50 Cent. The two began working on an entirely new show, with Ross giving Meech the leading role. Clearly a jab at 50. It was the ultimate insult, as if Meech wanted to say, "You can't cancel me. I'll make my own legacy." Now, enter Big Meech, locked up but still powerful. When he learned that his son had been thrown out of BMF and that 50 replaced him, the father flipped. He allegedly reached out to some of his oldest and most loyal gang members, asking them to send 50 a message. The result? An ambush. 50 Cent was beaten badly by unknown assailants, and while he never publicly pointed fingers, insiders close to the situation say the attack came straight from Big Meech's playbook. At this point, everyone thought the bridge had been burned beyond repair. There was no way 50 Cent would ever take Lil Meech back. Not after being betrayed. Not after being beaten. Not after being mocked by Rick Ross and turned into a meme across social media. And yet, Lil Meech came back. In tears. He showed up to 50's camp. Not just apologize, but to beg. Multiple sources confirmed that Lil Meech was seen outside 50's office, emotionally breaking down, saying, "BMF is all I got. This is my life. Please don't shut the door on me." And then came the shocker. 50 Cent said yes. Not only did he accept Lil Meech's apology, he actually agreed to bring him back into the BMF cast. But, and this is a big but, it wasn't a warm reunion. According to people close to production, 50 laid down extremely harsh conditions for Meech to rejoin the show, conditions that haven't been revealed yet, but are rumored to be career-defining. Some believe these conditions involve full transparency. 50 wants every detail of what happened between Meech, Ross, and even Big Meech. He wants the truth. Others claim that 50 is demanding Meech sign long-term contracts that lock him exclusively to BMF, stripping him of any freedom to work with people like Rick Ross again. But the most controversial rumor? That 50 might be scripting parts of these real-life betrayals into the actual show. Think about it. 50 Cent has never been just a businessman. He's a master of narrative, a marketing genius, and someone who doesn't just survive betrayal. He monetizes it. For 50, this is personal, but it's also professional. Bringing Lil Meech back under his thumb, after being insulted and ambushed, sends a message to everyone watching. You don't cross 50 Cent and come back without paying a price. This isn't just about a TV show. This is about power, control, and respect. The fans are going crazy. Social media is torn. Some people are calling 50 a hypocrite for taking Meech back. Others are calling him a genius for turning pain into content. The streets are buzzing, insiders are whispering, and Hollywood producers are watching the saga like it's the hottest drama on television. But behind closed doors, the question remains, what were the exact terms that 50 gave to Lil Meech? And perhaps more importantly, can Lil Meech truly be trusted again? Because while the public sees a dramatic redemption story, those close to the situation aren't convinced. Some are saying this is 50's long game, that he's bringing Meech close only to keep an eye on him, that 50 knows the best way to control someone dangerous is to sit them right next to you and never let them forget who's in charge. It's also worth noting that Big Meech himself has yet to respond to his son being allowed back in. Will he see this as a victory or as another form of betrayal? After all, it was Big Meech who allegedly ordered the hit on 50 in the first place. So if Lil Meech is crawling back to the same man his father tried to handle, what does that say about their bond? This is no longer just a story about casting decisions in a TV show. This is a real-life drama of father versus son, loyalty versus betrayal, and power versus forgiveness. The irony is thick, and 50 Cent is milking every second of it. And yet, this story isn't over, because 50 hasn't officially announced the terms. And until then, Lil Meech is walking on a very thin wire.